INFPs have the stoic nature of an INTJ with the childlike wonder of an ENFP. Now, what I mean by that is that personally, I feel like there's two different types of INFPs. There are INFPs who are very extroverted intuition oriented, where they can talk and talk and talk, even as introverts. Sometimes you might not even think they're an introvert because of how talkative that they are. And they're just exploring idea, and they're just going on different tangents and stuff like that. And then there are INFPs who are actually very reserved, sometimes even like very stoic and everything. And they tend to be like just a lot more quiet. Now, INFPs all have in common still the same function stack of introverted feeling, which is very responsible for them, always looking into themselves and being like, okay, like, who am I? What do I stand for? What are my values? What is authentic to me? How does this make me feel? All of these things. What are my motivations behind certain things? And then that extroverted intuition might come out. It's like, okay, well, what if I did this? What if I did this? What if I decided to live my life in this way? What would I learn about myself from doing that? What if I tried this? How would that make me feel? And just exploring all these different ideas, all these different, ways of living. And then you have their introverted sensing as a tertiary function, which will have them, have a lot of routine-like things that they might like to do that'll just make them be comfortable. And it's kind of like a resting spot for their extroverted intuition, because once they're not really like going out there and just like doing a whole bunch of like different things, and they want to get back into a comfortable place where they can kind of just relax and be able to identify themselves as like, okay, this is what's always been, calming for me. This is my safe space in a way. And in that extroverted thinking, being inferior, a lot of times can be the problem for why they might not be able to carry out their plans as efficiently and as effectively, even though they may mull over those plans a lot of times. But a lot of things might help, like such as getting into that extrovert intuition and just trying out different ideas, different ways on how they can be able to carry out that plan. And sometimes just the right spark at the right time of them, like, just spending enough time like trying things out rather than, staying in a comfortable space will actually get those plans going. Also, it should be noted that INFPs tend to get confused a lot for INFJs. And I made a video on comparing the INFP and the INFJ, and I also have another video featuring my friend David Asiming and Albany Andalus. David's an INFJ and Albany's an INFP, both creatives, great people. If you want, you can check out that interview, you can check out both videos, and then you can be able to identify which one you might be, just in case if you're confused. But a big thing is that INFPs tend to be very in tune with how they feel about the world and from understanding the nuances of human emotion, while INFJs, they might not really understand the nuance of human emotions and everything, but they can feel more of how other people feel as opposed to like knowing more of how they might feel. And of course, there's a lot more to it. For example, like INFPs and INFJs don't even share any of the common functions despite having INF. And so that's something that you might want to look into. But yes, both have very rich inner worlds and everything. And that's how, just a little bit of how you can identify an INFP in real life and in fiction.